Welcome back to Theresa.is.Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. And if you're new here, welcome. I have an awful garbage mouth. And if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is not the place for you. Feel free to exit the video here. No harm, no foul. But I remember our time fondly. So guys, this is going to be a super mega, I bought a lot of shit Imats haul. I don't even know where to start. First of all, I've never been to Imats before and it actually exceeded my expectations. I've been to Ipsy Generation Beauty and BeautyCon and I like those. Actually, I don't really like BeautyCon very much. I liked Ipsy better. I found that it was like super overcrowded. The lines were always fucking insane and it was all for pretty much just free bullshit sample products. And actually kind of makes sense because of Ipsy Glam Bag, but that's besides the point. So I always felt like if I wanted to try to buy something, it was very difficult because either I would be waiting on these incredibly long lines or the folks that were there were only selling maybe 3 products. Imats is interesting because I feel like it's more for professionals, it's more for people that are serious about makeup and also ready to throw down some fucking money. So, and I haven't had this much fun since ever. So I highly recommend going to Imats if it's available where you live or if you want to travel to one. They're super laid back, low key, and you know, it's actually kind of funny because you see some bitches around there with fucking heels on that you're like, bitch, you dumb. But then you see people that are like kind of dressed up but they have sneakers on and you're like, you're smart. Although my mom kept pointing out everybody who wasn't wearing underwear, which apparently was a lot. So I kept joking with her saying that it was actually the last line on your ticket. It says underwear optional. My mom actually believes, so let's keep that lie going. All right. So I'm not actually going to be swatching any of the products for the most part because there are way too many and I don't have the time for that today, boo-boo. I will mention the products that I am going to do a video on. Of course, let me know if there are things that you want to see, you don't want to see, you don't give a shit about, whatever. Just let me know down below because it also helps me create videos for you guys. So the first booth I attended was Hourglass and I actually picked up 3 things that I actually have been eyeing for, I want to say, a while, and I just never pulled the trigger because Hourglass is fucking expensive and I don't know. I always am tempted to get it and then I never do. So this actually was pretty good because everything was about 30% off. I felt a little bit more comfortable paying. So the first thing I picked up was a thing that I think is like a holy grail item to most people, which is the ambient lighting palette. This is so goddamn pretty. So the 3 lights are, I'm gonna have to hold it this way because I can't read. One's dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. They were so beautiful and when I was swatching them there, I was like, oh, I get it why people love this so much. It was like pure butter on my skin. The second thing is an ambient lighting blush in the shade Luminous Flush. The packaging on these guys are so cute and they're so pretty and they're so bougie and I feel like a piece of shit holding them because my fingerprints are everywhere, but that's besides the point. Honestly, I love these blushes. I actually have a mini version, not of this one, but of like a darker kind of plummy color and they're so pretty. So I was very excited to finally pick up an actual big version of these blushes because I fucked up and I should have got the face palette from last year around Christmas time, but I was like, oh, I don't know if I want it. And then when I really wanted it, the shit was sold out and I could never fucking find it. So, And the last thing I got was actually the Vanish stick. So I was tempted to get the Vanish liquid foundation. However, when I asked the sales associate, she was kind of like, you know, this is definitely lighter coverage. The liquid is definitely more heavier coverage. As we're kind of approaching into summer and all that good shit, I was like, you know, I want something kind of lightweight for my face. I want something a little bit more buildable. And the packaging on this is so cute. I almost dropped it, so that sucks, but whatever. I love this kind of like space-agey dildo look. It's really adorable. It's just so pretty. It's what I imagined foundation's gonna look like in the future. It's actually kind of Fifth Element-y. Isn't this like Fifth Element? Kind of like think about the stones.
Yeah. You see the like little waves on them.
Anyway, yeah, I'm very excited to try some Hourglass stuff, and especially when I can get it at a discounted price, that makes me even happier.
Designery.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's his designery.
Designery? All right.
So go with that. Be like, yeah, I don't know if that's correct, but I don't care.
Exactly what he just said.
You gotta play it cool.
I'm gonna keep all that in. It just literally took me 5 minutes to try to figure out what to say about this next company because apparently words trip me the fuck up, like this one. Say it again?
Designery.
Designery. I kept saying designery, like I'm special. Okay, I've never heard of this company before. It's called Mud. They had like mud, but it's makeup.
Designery.
So they had a very small booth that was actually next to Makeup Forever, and what drew me in is that they had quite a few different single eyeshadows, and I think I'm just kind of becoming more obsessed with single eyeshadows because I just want to kind of grow that collection now because I'm a monster. I saw a couple of colors that looked pretty interesting to me, so don't ignore these two bottom rows because that's not the same brand. But anyway, so I got these three guys right here, which are kind of two green shades and like one kind of orangey yellow mustard shade. They swatched really, really beautifully, and if I like these, I have no problem making another purchase to them because it seemed pretty cool. I don't know too much about the company, but it seems like it's a makeup design school or something to that effect. I was just trying to find a bunch of stuff on YouTube, and it looks like they talk to a lot of effects people and just like makeup people in the industry, which I thought was very interesting. So the next booth I went to was Makeup Forever, and Makeup Forever, they didn't really have a lot of things there. They had like maybe a handful of eyeshadows. It was mostly just foundations. One of my favorite foundations is the Ultra HD Liquid Foundation. I'm in the color R230. So the next booth I went to was Skindinavia, and Skindinavia, I feel like, is my favorite setting spray of all time. I really do like the Urban Decay All Nighter, which to only find out that Skindinavia actually makes it. So I figured, fuck Urban Decay, I can cut out the middleman and just go straight to Skindinavia. They did have something new that I had never seen before, which is called the Makeup Primer Spray. So I actually got a little bottle of this. So this actually retailed for about 20 bucks, and this retailed I think for like 10 or 15. I was interested in trying this because the sales associate was saying to me that you don't need to pair this with any sort of primer. This is going to lock everything in, the whole 9 yards. She made some heavy claims. So I was like, you know what? I'm interested. Let me try this. So anyway, I'll let you know how this kind of goes. Normally I get the regular finishing spray, so I had no idea what the difference between the regular and the bridal is. The sales associate was like, well, the bridal basically is for people that sweat a lot, so everything gets locked in. And I was like, I sweat every day, even when I'm not moving. So I was like, I'll take 27 bottles, please. So the next booth I went to was Inglot. I fucking love Inglot. I love them so much. I think the world of them. And the reason why I wanted to go to them is because I really just wanted to make a palette. I made an amazing palette with them. This is pretty much, if I were to ever make a palette, this is probably what it would be like. And I picked up actually one of their cases, which I adore. And I believe the cases were about 20% off, and the shadows and all the actual makeup products were about 30% off. So this is the palette that I made. I love these kind of like 3 little rainbow shadows. So I got like a green one, I got a little peach one. I've never actually had a full yellow from them. I've only had like the little rainbow yellow one, so I was very excited to try that. I don't even want to use it. That's how much I love it, because I'm like, it's so pretty the way that it is. But anyway, if you've never tried Inglot shadows, I highly recommend it. I also picked up a blush. I forgot what shade this is, but it's very like pinky peachy blush. Let's swatch this one, why not? So gorgeous. The other thing I picked up, which was something new I've never tried before, but when I went to the mall, maybe I don't know, I want to say a couple months ago. We went to Starbucks, me and Alex, and one of the baristas had this beautiful yellow eyeliner, like in her waterline. Fucking gorgeous. And I was like, hi, love your makeup. I'm obsessed with your face. What is that? And she said, oh, it's actually one of the gel eyeliners from Inglot. And I was like, so lo and behold, they actually have a lot of colors. I'm not going to open it right now because it's actually kind of sealed. This is a pure yellow eyeliner. I am going to definitely play around with this and let you guys know what I think. So the next place I actually went to is Suva. It's Suva Beauty, right? It's not Sueva. I want to say Sueva, but I'm like putting a lot more extra fucking letters in there. Pretty sure it's just Suva. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this brand. I've never tried anything, and I think the one time that BoxyCharm was sending a palette from this company, I chose the hair straightener, I think, which was hilarious because the hair straightener came broken. So I probably should have chose the palette. That was my fuck up. I was going there because I really wanted to get the Block Party palette because I think out of all the palettes, this is the one that interests me the most. I also did pick up a couple of their loose eyeshadows because they had a pretty good deal where I think if you buy 3, you get 3 for free. And I think it went up to like 6 eyeshadows. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like you got like a nice selection. I paid for 4 eyeshadows, got 4 eyeshadows for free. I got this palette and I got a couple of different liners that I want to show you. But here is the Block Party palette. I'm pretty sure this actually has been out for a minute. So I don't know if you guys want to see a review on it, or maybe I can just do like a big old review on all the different products that I purchased from this company. I don't know, let me know down below. But what I really loved was their single eyeshadows, which are these two rows right here. And actually, these kind of day glowy kind of colors, I wish I had a black light. I know, you're probably saying, you're 33 years old, what the fuck are you doing? Pretty sure I had a midlife crisis while I was in there, and was like, I need to have day glow fucking paint on my face. So I got really excited and I wound up purchasing a bunch of them. But they look so sick on the girl, and if I can like find someone that put a clip up on YouTube or Instagram or something, I'm gonna insert it here. But this girl literally was just taking a black light and pointing it to her face, and she just looks so cool. I was like, I can never be that cool, but I'm gonna try. It was so funny because when I was swatching them, I was like, shit, where the fuck were you when I was doing my Quest for Yellow video, motherfuckers? The green shadows too are so pretty, especially like this emerald color as well. It's a darker color too. Ah, so pretty. I love how I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna swatch anything. I really can't swatch everything though, because I'm like literally running low on makeup wipes, and I ain't trying to leave my house today. So the last things that I actually picked up from them was these Hydra FX water liners, which I have never used before. They looked pretty fucking cool. Again, it was a whole black light component, and I totally got fucking swept up in it, because once your bitch sees something, and like you don't even have to like even sell me on it, I'm just kind of like, oh my god, I need to have this. So these are fucking so cool. Again, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with them, but does it matter? No. Even if that means I just throw like a rave in my house, it kind of serves its purpose. I don't know how many raves I'm throwing in my house. Honestly, it's probably gonna be me with this, a black light on my face, eating chips, but whatever.
Still a party.
Still a party. Two of them were black lit, which I believe were this orange color, which initially I wasn't gonna get, but my mom was like, you should get it, it's orange. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. And then I got this yellow one, obviously. But I got this beautiful teal color. This one didn't have any sort of black light properties. It was just these two that were like really like neon paint. This was just very, very pretty. They were dipping a brush in a cup of water and then like just kind of swirling it around a little bit in the pan and then painting with it. It was actually pretty cool. It also dries down fast and lasts all day. I'm definitely going to be doing a video about the stuff except with the black light. So while I was online, actually I met a subscriber. Her name is Sanal, and here's our picture right here. I actually held her as if we were either Titanic or prom date. I don't know. It was just so exciting because she's the first person that has ever fucking came up to me, and I lost my goddamn mind. I just kept hugging her, but I just kept grabbing her. I'm like, she's probably gonna make complaints about me, but she was so fucking sweet, and I believe she was there with her friend, and it was really, they were like incredible, adorable little sweethearts. Thank you, Sanal. Thank you for coming up to me. I'm so excited and so happy that you did, and that I like demanded a picture. I was like, I need a picture with you because I need to mark this day. So it was so fucking nice to meet you, and I adore you, and I love your little face, so thank you. So the next thing I picked up was actually a flat iron, and here's the funny story about this. I was on such a high from Sanal seeking me out and saying hello that I was walking with my mom, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened, like holy shit. And there happened to be a girl that was standing next to the DNA tools thing, and she was just like, hi, and I, me being the asshole that I am, assumed she just knew who I was. Oh, I want to fucking kill myself. And I walked up to her and I was like, hey, how's it going? She's like, oh my god, hey, how are you? She acted as if she knew who I was. So of course that made me just like, you know, supernova in on myself and fucking just have the biggest ego in the world, to only find out and she wanted me to come over to fucking straighten my hair. And it was this, I felt so like I was on such a fucking high, and then it brought me down to reality real fucking fast. And there I am, fucking, she's flat ironing my hair, and I'm like, all right, so I guess she doesn't know me, and here I am about to buy a flat iron. But the cool thing about it is the flat iron was actually pretty badass, and it's really nice. I've had the same flat iron for years now. I literally purchased it at a Walmart 1 year, and it burns me every time that I use it. But I use it because, you know, it's just there. And I'm always very hesitant about getting more expensive hair tools, only because like I'm afraid they're gonna break or whatever. The thing that sold me on this is that the warranty on this is wonderful, so no matter how many times this breaks or whatever, they will always replace it for me. So I was kind of thinking it more as an investment of like, well, this is like a bigger investment. So I paid $175 for a hair straightener. But it does straighten hair. I I tried curling today. This is a really weird failed attempt, but it was the first time I tried it, so fuck you, don't judge me. But I think it should be okay. I'm actually, you know, all jokes aside, I am happy that I did purchase this because I really did need, I don't know if I should have paid $175 for it. Whatever, you kind of get caught up in these things, and next thing you know, you're spending $175 on stuff. I got had. But she did throw in some free shampoo and conditioner.
Wow.
You're not making me feel better, okay? But this is, oh, it's with argan oil.
What's it called?
Argan oil?
No, the shampoo.
DNA. One's a conditioner and one is a shampoo. And guess what? Beach, I'm only using these because I gotta protect my hair from the heat.
How many ounces at the bottom?
175 milliliters, but it's formulated in Italy.
Ounces, not milliliters. It does not say ounces. Is it too fancy?
It's too fancy. They retail for $45 a piece though, but it could be like a DSW thing where you're standing online and next thing you know you see like this leather keychain that's like market value $79, but we're giving it to you today for $7.99.
Because that's how much it really costs.
Oh my god, are you telling me I got really had? It's fine. It's fine. Is it though?
I mean, on their website it does sell for $45.
Okay. How much is one of this one? DNA hair tools. Satin Onyx.
Oh, please. Is it a styling tool or curling wand?
It's a hair tool. It's a ceramic flat iron.
Normal price, $350.
Yeah.
Currently on sale for $274.99.
Okay.
For
So
the website, so you did good.
I did good. So, okay. I did good-ish.
But you know it's cheaper than that.
Ooh, what?
Not buying that.
I'm so mad at myself.
She gotcha.
Because she literally did this to me. Oh my god. And I just automatically assumed as like, this bitch knows who I am. And I got,
The ego. Your ego got the best of you.
yo, but my ego fucking flatlined real fast after I realized she's just trying to sell me a fucking flat iron. But what was really funny is that my mom, bless her little heart, my mom has had the same hairdo since 81. She uses a lot of hairspray in it, so the girl was like, I'm gonna flat iron your mom's hair. And I said, you're not gonna touch my mom's hair. She's like, no. She's like, I'm gonna flat iron it. It's gonna be fine. I said, she's not gonna let you touch it. She's probably gonna karate chop you. When the girl had the flat iron and started to like touch my mom's hair, my mom was like, no, and just started like fucking chopping the air, like being like, get away from me, bitch. And the girl was like, wow, you really don't want me to flat iron your hair? My mom was like, get away from me. It was great. Now you know the kind of monster I am. All right. The next booth I went to was Nyc Cosmetics. I picked up 2 brushes. I've never owned a Nyc cosmetic brush before, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about this company. I believe each brush was about $21. I think it was like maybe 30% off or so. So I picked up 2 smaller eye brushes. I have the 247, which is this beautiful little dome top, and then I have the 230, which they kind of look identical, but this is more of a rounded top while this is a little bit more squared. And essentially these are really good for blending and packing on color. These also pick up a color a certain way where you're able to switch color very easily. And I believe these guys were also made out of goat hair, if I'm not mistaken. But the thing that I was most excited about is this guy right here, which comes in this beautiful velvet bag. And it's basically a giant brush holder. I have 2 little cases that I picked up, like cheap cases I picked up from Amazon for like about $10 or whatever. But you know, after a while they kind of fall apart. It gets a lot of glitter everywhere. It gets a little dingy, a little dirty or whatever. So I've always been looking for something that's like really nice because I want to treat my brushes with respect, like the beautiful ladies that they are. And when I saw this and I touched this, I was like, I have to have this. So this retailed for about $96. It's expensive for sure, but for me it was totally worth it because the amount of brush storage that you get, these smaller brushes, and then I believe you kind of get these like medium-sized brushes and a little bit larger over here. And then you get this nice little bag here where you can actually put your sponges. Each section of these pops out. So if you wanted to like pop this out and kind of display them in like on your vanity, you can do that as well. Honestly, I just thought this was really cool, really unique. And I've been looking for something like this for a long time now. So I'm excited to have this. So this is probably like I would say like one of my favorite purchases that I made. So I put my 2 little Smith brushes in there. So I'm definitely excited to organize all my brushes. Everything is said and done. I think what I'll do is I will definitely do a brush video because I know you guys have been wanting it for quite some time and I'm just being a bitch about it. So I am going to do this after I fill this guy up to show you all the different brushes that are my favorites. So yeah. So the next booth I went to was Hakuhodo. I keep saying it really, really weird. Hakuhodo. I did not purchase this brush. I held this brush. I fawned over this brush, but my mom, being the cutie that she is, was like, hey, I'm proud of you. You're doing awesome in life. Here's a brush. Here's an $83 brush. And I don't deserve this. I don't think I deserve this at all, but this is probably the nicest and softest brush I've ever owned. And I know I have one Wayne Goss brush and that one's very soft and I really like it too. But this though, I was like, oh, okay. So this is basically just a giant powder brush, pretty much just straight up goat hair. So nice and soft. And this will be buried with me. But anyway, fucking kudos to my mom for picking this up, because after I got that fucking straightener, I was just like, yeah, I'm done. And she's just like, no, here you go. And I don't deserve it. So I'm thankful for my mom. She's a badass bitch. And I'm going to put this brush carefully into this guy. So the next booth I went to was MBA Cosmetics, and I was brought there because a very lovely subscriber of mine, her name is Maria-Isabel, and I'm going to link her channel down below. She told me, hey, come to my booth. And I was like, oh shit, bitch, I was gonna go there anyway, because what interests me online was when I started research the night before, this was actually one of the booths I really, really wanted to attend. So anyway, this is her. She's a fucking sweetie, so adorable. It was such a pleasure to meet you and hang out with you, and thank you for letting me know what's up and what I fucking needed to buy. So I actually bought quite a few items from this booth, and I'm excited to do a video on it because it was crazy the amount of shit that they had there. But I got a shitload of loose eyeshadows, which I'm not going to open up each one. Some molten metals. I wish I took pictures of these things because when I was swatching them on my arm, the colors were so unreal, especially for the molten metals. They had like these beautiful like dirty gold olive colors that were like fucking stunning, and I was, it's ridiculous. They were so pretty. So I got Tokyo Stone, which, you know, props to my mom because she was the one that was like, you need to have those. They look like you. And I was like, all right, put them in the bag, whatever. Go Green, because I'm on a hashtag quest for green. Rainbow Bright. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, bitch. I didn't realize this. I also got the Vintage Romance collection, and it's actually in collaboration with her. Beach, you didn't tell me that unless you did and I completely forgot. I'm so sorry if you did, but I don't remember you saying that. Anyway, these are beautiful mineral eyeshadows. The reason why I chose this collection actually, which is actually really funny because I didn't realize it said that on the label. Oh my God. I'm also going to put her Instagram too down below. She just did something today with like the Urban Decay stuff. So actually kind of made me want to buy it, but I'm not going to buy it because I can't fuck with Urban Decay right now. But anyway, besides the point, she had this beautiful eye look that had this like really pretty soft green and like this rosy color. It was very, very gorgeous. And I was like, what do you have on your face? Because I need it. And she said it was this collection, which actually makes sense because it's in collaboration with her. I feel like a dumbass. So I picked up all these little guys. I'm definitely going to be making a video about them. But the cool thing about her booth are these amazing pressed glitters. I was kind of obviously picking out more of the green ones, but she also kind of showed me some of her favorite ones as well, and also the best sellers of these pressed little glitters. They feel incredibly, really, really nice on the skin. So there's one of them right over here. Kind of zoom you right in so you can see that. Very, very pretty. I forgot what shade this one was, but so goddamn pretty. And I feel like I'm chrome. I love it. It's amazing to go check this booth out. And yeah, be on the lookout for my review. I'm excited to talk about it. So before I go into my next booth, I actually ran into Jen Loves Reviews and I completely fucking fangirled. And there's a picture of us right there. She is adorable. And so is her husband. And she actually kind of knew who I was, which I was like, when I said my channel name, she was like, I know you. And I was just like I lost my mind. I had like an internal goblin scream and I lost my shit. So I was just trying to be cool, like, yeah, I'm cool, but meanwhile I was melting on the inside. She was so sweet, and so was her husband. It was actually kind of funny because when I was at MBA Cosmetics, I saw that she was near the booth, and I was like, she was walking around, she's looking at the booth, and I'm like looking at her, and I'm looking at her husband, and her husband, like, I feel like we keep catching eyes, and he's probably thinking like, I'm a big creep. So I kept trying to like look away and like try to act cool, but I just like kept staring at them because like I was just trying to figure out like you know, I want to go up and say hello. When I was done with my transaction and all that good stuff, I noticed that she was nowhere to be found. So I was like, oh fuck. So I started walking away, and then I noticed that she was actually like maybe a couple of feet away, but like in a different booth. So I was like, okay, all right, here's my chance. I'm gonna go over and talk to her. So this girl came out of nowhere and she ran up to Jen and she like took a picture with her and was like talking with her for a few minutes. So I was literally standing like maybe 10 or 15 feet on the side, like a school kid, just standing there patiently and just like, you know, just waiting for my turn, like as if I was online. And occasionally I would like lock eyes with her husband, and then I would feel so embarrassed. So I would just put my head down and kind of like just walk away, because the whole time I just kept thinking, he probably thinks I'm going to try to steal her or try to kill them, because like he's probably like, who the fuck is this bitch? Why she keeps staring at me? So I was like, oh god. Eventually the girl left, and then I walked up to her and I, you know, whatever, introduced myself to Jen, and I literally said to her husband, like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to be really creepy and stare at you. It was just like I just didn't know what to do. And he was like, no, it's cool, like don't worry about it. And I was like, all right, good. I obviously freaked out in my own for no fucking reason. It was funny, before I went up to her, as they were taking pictures, I obviously was in the background, so I kept just trying to like walk 10 feet and like hide behind a booth so I wasn't in any of the pictures, because I would feel so bad if this poor girl wants a picture with Jen and then you just see me in the background like, that would have been creepy. So that didn't happen, thank God. But anyway, I talked to Jen for a couple minutes. Super lovely, so was her husband. So after I saw her, the next booth I went to was MBA Cosmetics, where I picked up actually a couple things because they had a pretty good sale on some stuff. And of course, if you spent a couple of extra bucks, you got this really cute makeup bag, which is pretty adorable. It's literally not gonna fit anything that I own in here, but still, it's a thought that counts. Do you ever feel like that when they give you like this free makeup bags, you're like, fuck, is that gonna fit? That's gonna fit like maybe my eyeliners. Like, come on. Don't they know that I travel with 75 fucking mascaras? Seriously. So what I picked up from them was a roller lash mascara, as well as 2 goof proof pencils in the shade 2.5. I got a Bad Gal Bang. I tried this initially and I wasn't really a fan of it. And then I had a little sample of it the other day and I was like, ooh, this is actually not as bad as I thought it was. I really like it for the lower lash line. Kind of can be a little bit spidery if you put too much, but at the end of the day, I actually like the amount of volume that you get on this. So I wanted to pick up a big one, and plus it was like only $14. So to me, it made the price worth it. The next booth I went to was this brand called Moira. I've never heard of them before ever, but this palette was so cute that I don't know, I couldn't resist it. And I believe it was like $15, or it was like 2 for $25. So my mom got like more of a neutral pink palette, and then I got this bright ass palette here. If you guys are interested in seeing a review on this, let me know down below. But this is the palette in itself. I just thought it was really beautiful and colorful. It's about 20 eyeshadows and about 4 different highlighters. So the highlighters are a bit on the powdery side, I've noticed. Ooh. Not a fan of the highlighters. Ooh. These highlighters are not the best. They actually kind of remind me of like the Makeup Revolution one, you know, in the sense like that's very, very powdery. So just even swatching them on my hand, I actually didn't swatch the highlighters, and I believe this must be a blush, unless it is a highlighter. I don't know. Anyway, so these are like the blush highlighter duo-y thingies. The reason why I picked up this palette is that I really like the swatch of the yellow and the green, because the eyeshadows in itself felt incredibly smooth. So let's put them over here. Oh, that was fun. Oh, that was right in a... I was like, oh my god, it turned green. I just realized because there was another swatch on that side. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway, okay, so here's the green on this side, and you can see the yellow before it turns into a green, which I have to say though, the colors combining together look pretty fucking sick. They had a nice feel to it, and they had beautiful pigment. So I'll put this one right over there. Pretty fucking nice, actually. Yeah, that's a nice yellow. They had also foundation and concealers, but I was like, you know what? Let me just try this on its own. And then if I like it, I'll kind of consider getting more products. You know what? Why don't we do one of the purples? Because purples are fucking hard to make. That's a weak swatch, bitch. This also kind of feels a little bit more grittier. Okay. Second swatch, way nicer. It's actually a pretty nice purple. So the next booth I went to was Pinky Rose Cosmetics. Now Pinky Rose, I recently purchased those 3 palettes that came out not too long ago. Haven't done a video on it yet, honestly, because there's just been so much shit that has come out. They kind of fell to the wayside a little bit, so I do apologize, but I am going to make a video on all 3 palettes in one video. So when I went up to the booth, the first thing I saw was this palette. I literally pointed to it and asked the sales associate, I was like, how much? They're like, 25. I said, I'll take it. This one's really fucking cool. I feel like this palette is like a combination of the Boss Mood palette, also mixed with the Like a Boss palette from Violet Voss. So I thought that this was pretty fucking cool. And last but not least, I went to Sigma and I picked up a couple of brushes. The Elusive F80 that everybody talks about, which is a flat kabuki foundation brush. The E38, which is a diffuse crease brush. E30, a pencil brush. E35, a taper blending brush, and an E25, which is like a smaller version of the E35, which I thought was pretty cool. Also, because I spent X amount of money there, I got an E62, which apparently is supposed to be good for cut creases. And I was looking at this brush, but I wound up not getting it only because I felt like it was too big for my eye shape, but I got it for free, so I thought that was pretty fucking cool. Anyway, so that's all the shit that I bought at Imats. I spent a lot of fucking money that I have to say is thanks to you guys. So it was a combination of tax return money and Google AdSense money. And the reason why I have Google AdSense money is because of you guys. So I really want to say a heartfelt thank you for always being super awesome and supportive and watching my stupid fucking ass, because you could be watching anybody else, but they're just not as entertaining as me. But I really do appreciate that. And yeah, I just so thankful for that. So thank you for helping me get some of these things. And also thank you for the US government for giving me my tax refunds. Without this wouldn't be possible. Like I mentioned a bunch of times in my video already, if there are certain products that you want to see a dedicated video on, or a review video that actually shows multiple products, let me know down below. I would love to do that for you. Whatever you little pumpkins want, you know I will do. And yeah, and I will also do a brush video. I swear to fucking God, this year I will do a brush video. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It's free. And hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, out in the streets, out in life, whatever. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.